Hi, everybody. I'm Amy Newman.
And I'm Chris Carr, and we are Two Filthy Casuals.
And we know that getting into a new fandom can be intimidating with all the gatekeepers and all the cities.
All the cities and all these wives. Oh my gosh. That's why on this podcast,
Wives on Wives.
Wives on Wives, which is the kind of action we know you're here for. That's why on this podcast, we invite a super fan on. That way they can talk about their fandom, explain it to you. You can ask your questions, sans judgment, and dip your toe in.
And we are so excited to welcome our guest today. He's been engaged 19 times. He's a cook, not a chef. And having a piece of bread will not calm him down. It's Dalen Tone.
Yay!
Hello.
Hi, Dalen.
I am glad to be back on Two Filthy
Yes,
Casuals.
welcome back to the pod. One of our earliest.
One of our very earliest. And if you have not checked out the Drag Race episode, what you doing? Listen to that. It is. It did not sashay away. It slayed.
It's Shantae.
It's Shantae. Shit. Ugh, I gotta re-listen to it.
Do your homework. Know your herstory.
Oh man! So today we're diving into more reality television.
Hell yeah.
And this is a vast one. Like honestly, this is a fandom truly that is intimidating to me because I tertiarily know of it.
Yeah.
Just because of pop culture, it's such a big part of the pop culture zeitgeist, I feel. But there's so many cities, there's so many stories. It's been on for so long.
Yeah, nearly 20 years.
Yeah.
When you think about it, there's 20 years of just, I think there's been over 360 housewives, whether they've lasted a season or more. Multiple seasons, multiple franchises. It's insane just how much there is out there.
Wow.
If you took all the housewives,
Okay.
you could probably win some war in history.
I think so. I
I don't know where you were going with that.
Oh, baby, me neither. Oh, baby, me neither.
The women of the classic Real Housewives of New York women, they would be your reserves. You just dangle a bottle of vodka in front of them, like, let's go.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you know when you're like, oh, that you have a basketball team, but like far more than that.
We have a stadium.
That's true.
There you go. You have a sold out run.
It's kind of like all of the
take it.
You know,
tapping out.
Remember how there was going to be the whole like Council of Kang, and there were all the Kangs?
No.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you
Yes,
talking about?
vaguely of talking what Marvel was gonna be.
Yeah, that's how I feel the housewives are, of variations of one another. Because each seems to kind of fit the archetype, almost like boy bands, where we have like certain types of housewives,
Yes.
that sort of thing. There's so many.
Okay.
There's so many. But what is the Real Housewives of City?
Housewives. So, Housewives can be because the original gist of the show was sort of a cheeky send-up of Desperate Housewives, because at the time, Bravo in 2005, 2006, they were like, well, Queer Eye was one of our more popular shows, so now we want to try to fit in programming that kind of matches what the tenets set up by Queer Eye were. So, shows about food, about home, beauty, fashion, and they didn't have one for society and culture. So at the same time, one of the executive producers of eventually Real Housewives was in Orange County in this wealthy neighborhood, Coto de Caza, and he kind of saw sort of like all these like rich people and just kind of said, wouldn't it be fun if we did like a little tongue-in-cheek like mockumentary of like these very wealthy people in Bush 2's America who, you know, the women have like breast implants and are playing tennis with diamond rings on and flirting with the pool boys while their husbands are at work. You have like the daughters who like once they turn 18 get breast implants and nose jobs, and the sons just sit around at home. So originally the Housewives were about kids, but then the moms took charge. And usually the conception is, I feel like when you talk about housewives, you think, oh, they're just women who stay at home. But a lot of these women have their own businesses or did marry into money. Or
75% of them are real estate agents from what I have seen.
Yes.
Yeah. Everybody's in real estate.
Oh, yeah, especially in Orange County, like because you see in real time the bubble burst in 2008.
Oh, sure.
So you hear them talking about, you know, I've bought each of my children a home. They go for $1.4 million. And so, yeah, a lot of them in Orange County were like real estate people. In New York, they worked in like textures and like
in textures?
what was the word out? Fabrics.
Textiles.
Textiles.
Oh.
I went to Kentucky
See,
for
I'm like,
college.
I'm a poor, so maybe I
Darling, you don't understand.
You could work in textures.
I have a man for my texture.
Ooh, too smooth.
I just call him and go, softer, please. Oh God, the dream.
Genuinely.
But yeah, there are a lot of the women had pre-established careers or just kind of married into good money and now just kind of vibe. Like Carol Radziwill in New York, she married into the Radziwill family, who was really close and connected with the Kennedy family.
Oh.
And so she was like a reporter, and she wrote her own memoir after JFK Jr. and Carolyn Bessette died. And then her own husband died. So she's been kind of like had that money and then was just kind of like doing her own like writing freelance, I believe.
Well, and then you also get into that funny thing that happens with any long-running reality TV franchise, wherein being a reality TV star over the 20 years this has been on becomes its own weird sub-career of like, now you have these women showing up on shows like Traitors, which we've talked about, and showing up, I'm sure, on other reality shows. And it becomes its own little, it goes from, yeah, you can get a glimpse into my life to, I'm sure this is like a big pivot for, this is me launching myself as a brand and launching this career that is me being on TV as myself.
Because that's definitely, you see some franchises, they've evolved to that. With OC, one of the OGs, Vicky Gunvalson, she was on there for 13 years, no longer on the show, but she's like, for as iconic as that show is, she still just has her life insurance agency in Orange County. But like, she has her own like Housewives podcast, but like, definitely the younger ones you see kind of go, well, I need to have like a thing. And I need to, you know, and I think that is what sets a lot of the newer housewives apart versus the older housewives, and why I think newer, the reboot of Real Housewives of New York kind of failed with a lot of people because it just felt too inauthentic.
So you're saying you get women coming in going, I'm going to be the bitch, I'm going to be the party girl, I'm going to be the mean girl. I'm like trying to brand themselves for the show so they can get something marketable for themselves.
Exactly. And so it's one of the things that like the one franchise that I feel like is doing authenticity so well is Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Because there's a housewife named Angie who every time she's on screen needs to let you know that she's Greek. And she goes like, so we have this thing in Greece. It's called salad. And so we like to put olives and we like to do this. Like every single thing, like she has like the Greek flag sunglasses, has a dog named Electra.
How many
daughter named Electra.
How many get her. How many generations removed from her family actually living in Greece is she?
Her dad immigrated from Greece.
Okay. Okay.
That's during World War II.
That's real because I feel like often you get these people where it's like you have like 7 generations back, one guy who lived in Greece for a week, and you were like, "This is me, baby."
In Orange County, one of the housewives, Heather. No, not Heather. Oh my God, what was her name? Oh my God, she's the one that investigated the cancer scam.
Got questions about that.
That's a lot of.
You threw a lot at us just now,
Am I allowed to pull up my phone real quick to look?
Oh my
Megan
gosh,
King Edmonds. Megan King Edmonds is.
Your phone is in your mind.
It took so
Steel
long.
trap. That was great.
So yeah, there's a cancer scam on Orange County. So Megan King Edmonds, they go to Ireland in season 11 because she's like, oh, I'm doing some genealogy. And so there's footage of her and another housewife going on the streets of Dublin, kind of going, do you know like in O'Toole? And they're like, yeah. And then she's like, you might be a relative of mine. And they're just so unimpressed.
Oh,
just
yeah.
Like, great. But yeah, Megan King Edmonds, one of the housewives, Vicky, she's dating a guy named Brooks who, when they come into season 10, she says he has stage 3 non-Hodgkin's lymphoma and he is currently in remission. And yet it's this slow mystery unraveling because Megan King Edmonds, her husband, his ex-wife is dying of colon cancer. And so she starts going, things aren't lining up if you have someone with that serious of cancer, of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And slowly throughout the season, it starts unraveling as she gets more and more of those cast on her side, and it turns into a big confrontation at another housewife's baptism where they confront Vicky, and she goes, and I quote, "I'm being nailed to the cross like Jesus Christ. I'm Jesus Christ. He did nothing wrong. He was Jesus Christ. That's how I feel right now." Because they're like, you're lying about Brooks having cancer. And it is at the reunion, this housewife, Shannon Storms Bedore, does a full-on monologue contradicting everything. She's like, when you go to City of Hope, they have this paperwork, and they have this, and they have this. It is wonderful. Vicky stayed on for 2 more years despite that. So good for her.
How sure do you have to be that you're right to try to call someone out for not having cancer?
Yeah.
How sure do you have to be before you start going, I don't think he has cancer, guys?
Wait,
I think this is a quote from the show. Receipts. Timeline.
Screenshots.
Yes.
Fucking everything.
You have to have that.
I think Megan said, I just started investigating this because I was bored.
I don't know, man. You could hand me someone's paperwork with like a clean bill of health and I'd still be like, but they said they had cancer.
They've said
and
it.
like, who am I?
Yeah. I think it was just.
But I wouldn't be good on a reality TV show.
Yeah.
I think you'd be great, but you'd have to play a character. That would be the thing.
I'd be the lovable buffoon. I'd be the joyful little clown. I'd be the court jester amongst the ladies who cries every time someone says something mean about me. I'd watch all their talking heads when the show aired and weep because I hate when people don't like me, even if I think they're crazy, which they are crazy.
Yeah.
These women are like.
Not all of them. I'm sure some of them are lovely people.
Yes.
I watched some of the episodes you recommended, and oh boy.
Kelly Kaloran Ben Simone.
What is going on there?
It is. So, if you ever want full deep dives on Housewives, there's a channel called Deeply Superficial.
Okay.
She does a 2-hour deep dive on what was going on with Kelly. Because there's also a lot of red tape around that episode because...
Ooh.
In Not All Diamonds and Rosé, which is kind of like a book about each franchise, they kind of say it was worse than what they showed when Bethany finally screams, "Go to sleep! Go to sleep! You're crazy!" It was because Kelly kept yelling out at the producers, like saying their names and like breaking the fourth wall. Yeah, it was bad shit.
Yeah, I watched, this is New York.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And there's this one woman, they're like on this vacation. It's so nice. And that is part of why I enjoy everything. And like, I'm watching this just dying that they're on this gorgeous, like tropical vacation, eating delicious food. And they're just bicker.
Yeah.
I sound like such a mom right now, but I'm like, fucking shut up and enjoy your trip. And she keeps like, Bethany is crazy, and I had a dream she killed me, and I woke up and I vomited, and I'm like, what are you talking about?
The first night there in the previous episode, Bethany, because for context, they're going because Ramona is having her 17th wedding vow renewal. Why 17th year?
Why is she going on a trip with her girlfriends for that?
She wanted to do like a belated bachelorette party because I guess she never got to do one.
God.
17 years out seems a little oof.
Yeah, even
Yeah, what anniversary is that?
What you gonna do?
Cardboard.
Cardboard, yeah. So Bethany, because she's in her like Skinnygirl era, like because she invented the Skinnygirl cocktail.
Skinnygirl
Which,
margaritas.
oh, did that take me back? Oh, did that take me back to the time? Remember when we were like, yogurt's too fattening. We gotta whip it.
Oh my god!
And we gotta have our Skinnygirl margaritas.
If your margarita has sugar in it, you're gonna die. Fat and alone. Oh. That was that era. Why are we all so screwed up about our body image?
My husband doesn't. He's very empathetic and he's very understanding. I don't think Eric will fully understand how ingrained it is in me at this point in my life that I can look at something and probably within 100 calories, ballpark how many calories are in it.
Damn.
You know what I mean, though? Like, I'm just like fucked up because I was like a teenager.
Who didn't watch it?
I'm so sorry if you don't make that the thumbnail. I'm gonna lose my mind. That was so magical.
I was a teenager in like 2006 and I never recovered.
So those 100 calorie thins, We're kind of cunty.
You know, like, would I demolish a whipped yogurt right now? Would I demolish a Snackwell Devil's Food Cake? Absolutely, I would. But would I also be thankful that it's only 2 Weight Watchers points?
Oh my god.
I would be. I would be. I was
a Slim Fast girly.
Oh, sure.
Slim Fast and instant breakfast from Carnation were my meals.
See, I did it wrong because I would just drink them for a little treat.
That's great. This is gonna be a little
treat, bitch. It's 300. It's fucking a meal's worth. Oh no! What was my favorite dessert as a child? It was Weight Watchers cookie dough sundaes.
Wow.
God, I could go for one though. I could fucking go for
late 90s, early noughts. What a
my
fun time.
brain's not normal. But anyway, so she did
well,
Skinny
of not
Girl.
normal brains.
Look, they were pretty good though. Skinny Girl margaritas kind of slap.
So Bethany gives everyone like a goodie bag, and Kelly comes to her room and goes,
"Oh, they were so mad about the goodie bags."
And she's like, "What is wrong with this girl?" And she starts sobbing. She's like, she calls another housewife, Jill Zarin, and she's like, "She's trying to kill me. I'm alone on Scary Island." And Bethany's just like, and I'm just like, and you're watching this woman.
Which, like, I do feel bad also because, like, as a person who has had bouts of severe anxiety, like, I do also, like, empathy where empathy is due, I suppose. Like, I have had those out of nowhere moments where you're just like, I'm going to die.
Yeah.
I'm going to die. Like, I've had those panic attacks before, but also, like, girl, what? Like, she never, like, walks it back. She's never like, I was out of hand. I need to, like, get my shit in check. It's bizarre.
She relentlessly has been attacking Bethany since season 2 of just.
I am unloading. I'm gonna be quiet for a while before I, like, implicate myself in something awful. Dalen, please continue.
So, I mean, we had to have known something was off with Kelly Cloran Ben-Simone because her introductory scene is her jogging in New York traffic going, "I love jogging in the streets. It makes me feel like I'm a part of the city." Like...
just in front of cars, which is magical.
It is. And she says, like, admittedly, I'm not a girl's girl. Like,
you think?
She, like, doesn't do emotions and, like, all of that. Like, there's an episode, in the episode before the one I sent, she, like, drags them all at the table, and she's like, you guys are making lemons into lemonade. It's ridiculous, the arguing. And Bethany's like, no, making lemons into lemonade is making good out of a bad situation. And Kelly goes, not necessarily. And then she gets up from the table and goes to, like, open the sliding doors to go back in, and they don't open. And so she's just standing there, and they're like, and you can hear the rest of the housewives going, "Sorry, you feel upset, sweetie." And she's like, "I'm not upset. You guys are crazy." But it culminates in Scary Island, which is the episode I sent, where she's just like, people are like, maybe she had like a serious like mental break. Sonia, one of the housewives, kind of says, "I smelled ammonia near her room." So some people suspect some drugs or drinking or something. But that episode is one of my favorites just to kind of have as background noise. Because one of my favorite quotes is, Bethany comes back to the table and she's like, "Okay, Kelly, just tell me what you're talking about." Because Kelly's upset that Bethany allegedly went after her in the press. And Kelly just goes, "Well, what about Gwyneth? When you attacked my friend Gwyneth?" And Bethany's like, "Who's Gwyneth? Paltrow?" And Gwyneth Paltrow was interviewed and just said, "I don't know who this woman is." But someone replaced it with, "Well, what about Paddington? When you attacked my friend Paddington?" "Who's Paddington? Bear?"
Wow.
It is, and like, there's one of my favorite gifs is the off-screen waiter handing Ramona the glass of wine, and she just goes, like, it is batshit insane, but it was like, I needed you guys to see that, and then the season 9 episode where they go to Mexico to see how, like, unhinged it gets, because Bethany goes from having a stop sign face to having a normal face, because her jaw is out there. She got some work done.
Sure.
But someone said, "I miss Bethany's stop sign face." I'm like, damn.
So, to zoom out slightly.
Sure.
Yeah. Because I do feel like this genre of reality TV, we talked about it a bit in the Vanderpump Rules episode.
Yeah.
It's very divisive TV.
Yes.
Like, I feel like you meet people who are massive fans of it, and you meet a lot of people who are like, never watched it, not for me, don't like it at all.
Yeah.
I'm sure we have people listening right now, somewhat begrudgingly, of like, I don't care about Real Housewives. Yeah. Totally fair. And I'm just wondering, like, break it down. Like, what is the appeal of this show? Like, what works? Why do you love it? And again, I'm not saying that to be like, thank you for coming on to talk about this thing you love. Everyone hates it.
Oh, yeah. No,
Again,
no.
the people who love it are diehards. And just as someone who's like seen stuff and it's entertaining, but never totally latched into like, I want to do all 13 seasons of this. What is the appeal?
Yeah.
I think it's just the fact that you get to see these authentic lives, these women who maybe aren't the most politically aligned, but like they're living their truth so authentically. And I think it's reality TV, so in a certain extent it is produced.
Sure.
But there is just kind of like, no, you are seeing their lives, like no matter how ridiculous they are, it's who they are, and like that unflinching sort of owning it is, I think, what appeals to me. And also, I look at it less as these are real people, more characters.
Sure. Well, and especially with reality TV, between the women themselves probably trying to market themselves and producers like producing and editors editing. Yeah.
I don't know. I think the best answer I have is it's real, you know? Like, you kind of see, like, the camp of it, and then you see, like, really brutally sad moments of, like, Vicky in season 10, her mother dies, and she gets the call on camera, and you see that visceral moment. You see, and it's, again, I understand why they're divisive, people who are not fans of it, because, like, Kim Richards is on Beverly Hills, and you see her not at her best under the throes of addiction, you know? You see in Housewives season 4, Tamra attempts to get Gretchen drunk and lure Tamra's adult son Ryan while Gretchen's inebriated and trying to get them to hook up because Gretchen is dating an older man who's dying of cancer. Tamra is convinced Gretchen is putting on this caregiver act for the cameras, and so she's convinced. And so to make that happen, to make her test her theory, she tells Vicky, we're going to get Gretchen naked, wasted. And you see Gretchen on camera. She's gone in the eyes. Nothing happens, but it's one of those things of like looking at it in 2025 when this was filmed in 2008, when half the conversation was, well, we knew Gretchen would get drunk and I'm sad that we didn't get to see her hook up with him on screen. Because it also raises up conversations, you know, of like, why didn't the producers interfere? But that's also, it's real life. And it's
like when you're watching a penguin getting eaten in a nature documentary. Like, you just gotta, I don't know.
Yeah, no, and it's one of those things that, like, it always gets brought up when people start Real Housewives of Orange County of, like, how did this not get pulled from the air?
Yeah, well, there are moral questions to stuff. Like, it's not a nature doc, it is people, and it is, you know, and I feel like these always even come with the interesting moral question of, like, how much are they pushing alcohol on these women? How much are they pushing bad behavior?
Does that guy actually have cancer?
Yeah.
Does that guy actually have cancer?
With Brooks in season 10, the producers talk about whenever they would get the dailies, they would have a whiteboard of all the evidence of, like, they didn't even know. They were watching it unfold in real time. And so the question is, how much did Vicky truly know?
Where does this show then sit, with all that in mind, sort of on the spectrum of rooting for these women and watching them grow to kind of laughing at these women? Like, where does it sit on the spectrum from, like, schadenfreude to sort of wish fantasy of look at how much money they have? Like, where?
Such a good question.
Because the show did start off as, like...
I'm finally eating enough calories because I got over my childhood trauma, and my brain's working pretty good now. Thank you.
So good.
Very rarely do we get, like, someone getting their true comeuppance, because if we truly got it, Vicky would have been fired after season 10. But because she had been there at that point for 10 years, they kept her on for 2 more years. So sometimes we do get a housewife getting what's coming, like Tamra, after terrorizing the women of Orange County for 6 years, finally gets it all turned back on her at a dinner in Thailand, where this younger housewife just calls her insecure. She says, you're one of the most insecure women I've ever met. Get over yourself. And Tamra gets up and goes, you will never see my face again, sprints out of the hotel. and you see a wide shot of her running by the pool, heels in hand, and it's like her panting and just goes, fuck you guys.
So it is probably more love to hate these people than genuine, like, I'm rooting for them.
Yeah.
Are there any women you root for, or?
Yeah, I mean, in Miami, there was a housewife named Gertie who had breast cancer, and so you kind of, there are housewives who really endear themselves to a lot of them.
But on the whole, it's kind of a love to hate.
A little bit, yeah, especially like, because it's like, again, I think it's like a lot of these women are on the opposite side politically, and we know like these are white, cis, straight women. Yeah, I don't know. That's how I've kind of always looked at it, is like, you kind of love to hate, like, how ridiculous and how just out of touch these women are, you know?
And on that, like, wish fulfillment to Schadenfreude spectrum, I was almost struck watching it. Like I said, it's like, as a person where it's like, I enjoy every good experience. Like, anytime I get a reasonably nice dinner, I spend the whole night just looking around like, isn't this fun?
Yeah.
Isn't this nice? And like, there is something interesting about watching these women because it very rarely feels like, God, I wish I was them. It's very like, you have all that and you're so broken. You're so unhappy. You're like ruining this vacation, bickering with someone over some absolute fucking nonsense.
Yeah, satchels of gold, you know? It's one of those things where it's like, obviously you're going on TV because you like attention in one way or the other.
Can't relate.
My favorite thing is on Housewives, whenever they go, you're a narcissist, and they try to have that arc, I'm like, well, babes, guess where we are?
Yep.
Guess what we're doing? You have merchandise with your own face.
Call is coming from inside the house.
You have
baby.
a single called like, Aren't I Fabulous? And
Right.
you're at BravoCon. Like, all right.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think like we sometimes let the editors show how dumb a housewife is being in the edit. Like, there's a housewife on Miami, Larsa Pippen, who told all the other housewives about Gertie's cancer diagnosis without asking Gertie if that's okay. And so whenever...
Dog, I'm Team Gertie and no one else.
Oh, yeah.
I'm squaring up for my girl Gertie.
When it's like all the housewives, they're like talking, and it has like the little Chiron thing. It says, told by Larsa. And then when it gets to Larsa, it's told everyone. So like the editors will, if they think you're being like hypocritical or kind of being stupid, they will flash back to it. Mm-hmm. Or like Vicky walks away from an argument going, I don't like seeing women argue with each other like this. And they splice in all the times Vicky's screeching at all these women. So it's a comedy of manners almost. Like in the way that you just kind of learn to laugh at these women, because no matter what they do, they'll always have a season where maybe they're the butt monkey of the season or they're the protagonist.
It's Moliere, baby. It's Moliere. Yeah. We're laughing at the rich. We're laughing at their foibles and their, you know.
Yeah.
To your knowledge, go on. Oh, sorry. to your knowledge, how much of it is kind of feeding the flames to get that drama, though? How much is, you think, fabricated and kind of like poised for, let's put these people in a room, let's show them maybe some of the things that were said so that we foster that animosity?
I think it's a good 50-50, because a lot, like in the earlier seasons, there was definitely a more authentic air of the drama of like, we all knew each other sometime before the cameras went up. We have our own beefs. There is egos clashing. Nowadays, they tend to go, well, you talked on a podcast and we're going to bring that up. Or they'll always say, word on the street is, or I heard from someone and it's
the producers.
It's a producer, yeah. And so I think it's a solid 50-50, maybe skewing 75-25 nowadays.
Towards the producer, sort of.
Yeah. But
manipulating.
There definitely is like okay, well, we'll just arrange this sit-down lunch, you know? Or like they arrange all the trips and like they'll give it to one of the housewives to go, oh, I'm doing a Dogs with Diabetes fundraiser in Anguilla, you know? It's like, do the girls want to go? It's like, sure, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, would.
I think it is. I think it's, but I do think some of it is improv. Like, you're given a scene, and then they just let the wives act in that reality.
Right.
You know?
Interesting. So how many franchises are there total?
So with North America, there is OC, Beverly Hills, Dallas, rest in peace, Atlanta, New Jersey, New York, Potomac,
I know you said like a Florida one, right? Miami.
So 8 American
Jesus
ones.
Christ.
And Salt Lake City, so that's 9.
Yeah.
But Dallas is no longer viable. They had Real Housewives of like Toronto. There's a Real Housewives of London. And then I was doing like a little bit of research. There's like Real Housewives of Amsterdam, but like they're not Bravo affiliated, but like there's like international, like, there's Real Housewives of Dubai also.
Interesting.
Which is Bravo themed.
Sure.
Yeah.
That one's got to be insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do not watch that one.
So I do feel like a large portion of the fan base of the show is gay men.
Oh, yeah.
Of which you are one.
Really?
I'm sorry to out you like this. Babes, you did Drag Race and Housewives.
Oh, my.
The closet is made of glass, babes.
It's Wendy Williams. Denial is a river in Egypt. Your husband is gay.
Why do you think that is? What is the appeal for that community specifically?
Ooh. I think gay men have always been attracted to women who are open emotionally. It's like, I think why all the gay icons, for the most part, are women.
Yeah.
Judy Garland, Lady Gaga, like...
That's both of them.
Yeah, exactly. Just 2 women. But, like, I think why gay men are more, there's more female, like, icons versus male is because I think women are, for the most part, allowed to be more emotionally vulnerable. We do love seeing these sort of, like, go from nothing to something. I think, and I'm quoting it indirectly, but there was a video talking about Joan Crawford and Bette Davis, how women in film in this male-dominated industry were the other. And in our heteronormative society, for the most part, queer men are the other. And so it's these 2 somewhat others sort of finding this attraction, you know?
Interesting.
And I think they are also drag queens, you know?
I was going to say, there does feel like a lot of crossover when we were talking about, like, in the Drag Race episode, like reads and just kind of how like the bitchiness and the undercutting is part of that culture.
Oh, yeah. And a lot of them are just so camp. Like in the most recent Salt Lake City episode, there was a genuine drama. Mary, who runs a cult, was upset with Angie because
the lore drops where it's just like, we don't have time for all of them, but continue.
Mary was upset that Angie did not blame Mary's own fart on her dog. That Angie made a joke about Mary farting. And you would think this would be kind of, No, Mary is dead serious that Angie did not, like, let her get away with farting, you know? Or, like, they're about to head into a conference because Lisa Barlow is accused of, like, being broke and having all these cases. Lisa has a press conference in a restaurant. And before it starts, Heather Gay, one of the housewives, is talking to another one going, look, we need to be kind to her. She is a mother. She is a daughter. She wears knee-high boots just like us. And it is said, like, here's looking at you, kid. Like, with the utmost, like...
I'll never go hungry again,
yes,
kind of, yeah.
She wears knee-high boots just like us, you know?
That's beautiful.
It's... Wow. And I think
that is camp. Like, that.
It's... Salt Lake City is one of the funniest goddamn things I've ever seen in my life.
Amazing.
But yeah, I think it's just... their raw emotional connection, and also it's really fucking over the top, you know?
Yeah. One of the greatest, personally, I think one of the highlights of any episode of the show is those weird, where they're like posing and then there's a weird little voiceover slogan.
Oh, their little taglines?
Yes. Love them. 2-part question.
Sure.
A, do any particularly stand out to you? And B, not to put us on the spot, but I think we all need one by the end of the episode.
I think so too.
Oh.
Let's see. I'm trying to... There's so many good, like, taglines. Like,
because half of them make sense. Like, that's the best part.
One from New York is, I'm an acquired taste. If you don't like me, get some taste.
That's a good one.
I've heard worse.
I like that.
I've heard worse.
I'm fine with that.
And then there's just really stupid ones where it's like, when they go low, I hit high notes. I forget what franchise that was from, but I'm like,
That's great.
I am the straw that stirs the drink. Or Lisa.
Can't all be winners.
Lisa Vanderpump iconically had, if you throw me to the wolves, I'll come back leading the pack.
Oh no, I like that one.
No, that one's great.
Some of them
Because
are
also
great.
I really like Lisa Vanderpump.
And then, because early, Real Housewives of Orange County, the very first 2 seasons, there weren't taglines. They were just roughly pulled from the episode. So
Yeah.
Lori Peterson has one that's like, are the police involved?
That. Oh man, they stole mine.
Or Vicky going, it's roughly cut. I don't want to grow old.
Oh wow!
Ooh.
All these
Oh.
are just my internal monologue when the Celsius hits before breakfast does. You know what I mean?
It's looking at the high definition footage and going, I need to use retinol. Oh God.
Well, all that to say, would anyone like to start us off? Well,
I don't even know what I do.
I don't know. So you gotta. I feel like if we get into the
gotta post.
physicality of it, maybe we're on YouTube if you're listening. You gotta get into the physicality of
Those
it,
of you on the 405.
and then I think you just gotta kind of let it go. You know, you just gotta okay. So I'm just gonna maybe I'm a bitch, but so are dogs.
I was going to do a
Oh
dog
my
one.
and dogs are good.
I was going to do sure, I rescue dogs, but not bitches.
Ooh.
Okay, wow, that was good and kind of smoked mine. So I'll keep.
We can
back
do
to the
another.
drawing
We can do
board.
another.
Okay. I used to eat a lot of Snackwell cookies, and now I'm a snack. Well,
I may not know jack shit, but I do know Jill Piss, and she's a bitch.
that's it, baby. That is fantastic. I'll keep workshopping mine. I feel like you both really got it.
You make every place in Margaritaville. I don't know. There's something there.
Oh,
You can-
yeah.
It's
I don't know.
5 o'clock somewhere.
In my butt. No, I'm sorry. See, I told you this isn't for me.
I love that it was your prompt, though.
I know. I really thought I'd be better at this.
They call me coconut shrimp because it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
There we go.
I have a podcast.
And
Just because I'm a filthy casual doesn't. I may be a filthy casual, but my record is clean.
Dalen, write for them.
Write that down.
I really thought I'd be better at this.
I may have a cat named Risotto, but don't think I'll cook for you.
Oh,
There you go.
Oh, one
The only thing I stir is the pot.
One time,
It's a trauma dump.
One time, I went.
Yeah.
I
Let
went.
it out, sweetie.
One time in high school, people I thought were my friends all turned on me, and the entire friend group cut me out. Please don't do that again.
I may be unemployed, but I'll always work it.
Ooh, see.
What am I not getting?
You could just do a Heather Holla Thompson, Heather Thompson is on New York. She's the physical embodiment of the phrase, "Hey, mamas." But she ends her taglines with, "I'm a woman in the city, and I'm making it big. Holla!"
Fuck, I love all that.
Yeah.
Drop them in the comments
Yeah.
for me.
Let Amy know what she should do.
I tried, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be our new Patreon content. It's you each month just going, I have a catchphrase to try.
I may have brown hair, but also brown eyes. I don't know. I don't
I'm
get
a
it.
Vegas girly. You can gamble on me.
See, these are all so good.
Take a gamble on me and you'll
We're just going to put peanut butter in your mouth and Dalen's going to say what you need to say.
I have spent thousands of dollars on improv classes.
You're on 3 improv teams.
I have spent thousands of dollars on improv classes.
This is your intro. There you go. Just do that.
I'm an improv girly. You can't guess what my next move is.
I spent too much money on improv classes. Yes, and I have anxiety.
Boom. That's the one. That's the one. We did it.
Woo! Well, that went exactly how it did in my head.
Nailed it.
When I posed the question. We have questions from fans. Get me out of here.
From Andrea, we've got, what's the best season of each franchise? And I know there's so many franchises, so like
maybe a couple greatest hits. Yeah.
I have this question. I have this answer ready.
Okay.
Orange County season 10 for the cancer storyline. That can be a standalone. You can watch it whenever. New York season 3 or season 9. New Jersey, honestly, season 2. Salt Lake City, season 4, the Monica season, because that has a reveal at the end of the season that made me like genuinely like.
Ooh.
Beverly Hills, I would say season 5, because that has the Amsterdam dinner where Kim Richards goes, "Why don't you have a piece of bread and maybe you'll calm down a little bit." Atlanta, maybe the first season or season 5 when Kenya Moore comes in. Potomac. No, maybe season 3. What other franchises am I missing?
Dallas.
Dallas. I actually have not seen Dallas.
Okay. But also it doesn't
Thanks,
exist
Ann.
anymore.
Here come the cops.
What were you
Are
saying?
the cops involved?
But if it doesn't exist anymore, like if
Yeah.
that's canceled, then
Yeah.
why
What
bother?
are we doing here?
But
Well, those
I-
are some great jumping in points. I think
Yeah.
if somebody
Yeah.
wanted to.
I
Thank
think-
you for having that on lock.
Oh, it's something I've always thought about, of just like, what are some good starting points with
Yeah.
each franchise? Salt Lake City season 4 is, you can kind of just dive in with that, because they recap it pretty well, and it's like, they drop one of the main cast members, so it's almost like a reboot. Solid. It's so good.
Nice.
We got a question. It's far away and I'm old. Who asked
That's your
it?
tagline.
These are all Andrea, and then that's Nikki.
Oh, okay, great. Worst Real House husband.
Oh, God. Where do we even start? Because if there were like 100 house husbands, there's only 2 good ones. All of them are like abusive or nasty.
Oh,
so,
Now let's break down the good ones.
Yeah.
So the best.
not all men.
Greg Leaks, Nene Leaks' husband.
That
rest in
came out
peace.
as Harold Channing.
Russell, Gertie's husband on Miami.
Good. He's good?
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Okay.
Because I love Gertie.
Yeah.
Bobby's-
We're rooting for Gertie.
Yes. Bobby Zarin, Jill Zarin's husband, also rest in peace to him. But like maybe one of the worst is Joe Gorga from Real Housewives of New Jersey. His first scene is him telling his son, "Oh, don't pick up that trash. That's women's stuff."
Is he the one
Not
who
all
goes
men,
to jail?
but
No,
Some
that's
of them.
Joe Giudice.
Okay.
Joe Gorga is Teresa's brother.
Oh.
But yeah, most of the husbands are like trash. On that show.
That makes
Terry
sense.
Dubrow, Heather Dubrow's husband, is fine, but he also co-hosted The Swan in like the early to mid 2000s.
my brain is very normal because I grew up. Yes, I recall.
Yep.
I remember it.
Mauricio, maybe from Beverly Hills. I don't know. They're all like all men are trash except for the good 3 ones on that franchise.
You could have stopped that sentence earlier.
That's fair.
Where's Frasier on the sliding scale? Where's Kelsey Grammer?
Oh, Kelsey. I mean, he did cheat on Camille.
Yeah, he's not a stellar.
But he's the only one that I know, so I want that
at first
bullet
I thought you were
point.
asking about the character Frasier. I'm like,
I think he's pretty
Fraser
good.
Crane seems like a good guy.
Scrambled
Niles
eggs
is
and
better.
Yeah, but
scrambled eggs and tossed salads. I guess he's nice.
I mean, any day we're taking the dad.
Naturally.
Yeah.
He's
cop.
Oh, shit.
yeah, I guess he's pretty mid to like mid, and the husband's of like just seems kind of like an egotistical asshole. So
Man. So the bar's in hell.
yeah, the bar's so low.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
What a bunch of good guys. What is the worst financial crash out in any of the franchises and why?
Oh.
Ooh. Damn. Oh, Teresa Giudice from Real Housewives of New Jersey. So that franchise started in like 2008, 2009. Her husband committed tax fraud. So they were paying for like 20s of thousands of dollars for furniture in cash. All of that. By season 5 or 6, it finally catches up to them. And both got arrested. Jen Shaw in Salt Lake City was arrested in season 2. They're getting ready to go to Vail. And all the women are in the Sprinter van when Jen Shaw gets a call. And she turns to, I think it's Whitney, and goes, I need you to take off my mic. And she tells the group, oh, something happened to my husband. I need to leave. So then all the other housewives are just vibing in the van when suddenly they get the news report of Jen Shaw's been arrested. And you could see the Homeland Security vans approaching in the background as like, they're like, we're looking for Jen Shaw. Where is she? And then it just cuts to Vail, and one of the housewives, Meredith Marks, is like in a bubble bath, just kind of vibing on like whatever drugs she took. So yeah, Jen Shaw fucked over the elderly. Erica Girardi on Beverly Hills. Her husband was Tom Girardi, and he profited off of victims of like the Boeing 747 crash. So she was able to fund her like glam, her middling pop career, and like all of her fancy stuff. So a lot of them are involved in genuinely horrible, like, and then some of them will like start their own business. Like they think like, you know what, they need candles from me, you know, like, or they have their own shop that they just buy stuff from like Temu, or as Meredith Marks says, Alibaba, and just resell it for like 10 times the price, you know? It is phenomenal. Like, I'm currently watching Real Housewives of Potomac, and Karen Huger, her husband, is now being indicted for tax stuff. I'm like, ladies, pay your taxes.
I have never felt better about being so lower class. I feel great in my tax bracket right now.
Well, what a ride.
Man.
Yeah. What a ride.
Oh, we also have Mary Kill, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Real Housewives of Potomac, Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Okay. I'm going to kill New Jersey because that shit needed to be put down. Fuck Beverly Hills because that's money. Mary Potomac, they all seem like great ladies.
Nice.
There you have it.
And Nikki, thank you for writing in with curious if you like the cast or if you think they're awful but still watch for the drama.
I think we've answered
I feel
it.
we covered that, yeah.
I feel like we've answered that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess all there really is to say from there is I tell jokes, but I'm not one. Dylan, anything else you'd like to say about the podcast?
That was really good. You did really good. Amy, your questions were so smart this episode. Don't worry about this part.
Maybe if I eat fewer calories, I'll get better at
my
that.
God.
No.
Stream Money Can't Buy You Class by the Countess Luann. Always a phenomenal listen. And support the dolls, i.e. the women of Real Housewives. Protect.
I don't think that's... I'm not 100%.
Yeah, stream Housewives on Peacock. And
thank you, Dalen.
You're
And
welcome.
as for if people want to follow you or find you, where can they do that?
On Instagram, Dalen M. Tone, and that is it. If you want to listen to backlogged episodes, I have 2 podcasts that I have not touched in over 2 years. If you want to listen to me and Eric Danes, who is Amy's husband, talk about the Wheel of Time, we have Loyal's Book Club. It is available where all podcasts are streamed. And RuPaul's Drag Fantasy Race. Where
we didn't finish.
We
never finished.
We kept,
So-
we went, we're going to do this, and then just went, we're all busy.
You know, sometimes life happens.
And you can find that on Spotify, where we showed our avid support of Gothy Ken doll.
Oh, boy. As for us, you can find us on social media at Two Filthy Casuals Pod. If you're watching this and want a video version, find us over on YouTube at Two Filthy Casuals Pod and vice versa, wherever you get your podcasts. You can also, if you want more content, you can find us on Patreon, patreon.com/twofilthycasualspod. Become a filthiest casual for just $5 a month. It really helps us out. Like, subscribe, rate, review. Send good thoughts and good vibes and tagline ideas, because obviously I did good at that.
You're so good at it.
I may not be able to come up with a tagline, but
Damn, is she fine?
I may guest on podcasts, but I am the queen. All right, thank you.
I host a podcast, and they say,
Yeah, you got it, bud.
that's cool. And until next time, I'm Amy Newman.
I'm Chris Gore.
Thank you for being here, Dale. And if you follow this fandom, you'd be home by now. Hey!
She knew this one. This one was really solid for
I
her.
wrote that one.
Yeah.